Hello, my name is Adrien Cambazard, and this is a joint work with Guillaume Claus and Vincent Jost. So this work is about reduced cost-based filtering in constraint programming. And we study in particular two global constraints, all different, and minimum weight, all different. So global constraints are key components of the solving process in CP. And nowadays, a very large number of these constraints exist with their dedicated filtering algorithms. So we are interested in the design of generic filtering techniques using linear programming formulations of the constraints. Basically, we would like to be able to achieve our consistency of polynomial global constraints from MIP formulations of these constraints, and to also derive anytime filtering algorithms so that can be interrupted while still providing some filtering. So a lot of polynomial global constraints actually have an ideal MIP formulation. So if we take, for instance, the very well-known all different constraint, well, it has a straightforward MIP formulation using the following encoding where you have a Boolean variable xij, which is equal to 1 if and only if value j is assigned to the CP variable xi. So the formulation is straightforward. It simply says that each variable must take a value, so u is a set of variables, and each value can be taken at most once, so v is a set of values. All different states that the set of variables must take distinct values. Moreover, this formulation is ideal, meaning that you can replace the domain with just positivity constraints, and if you solve the linear relaxation, well, you get an integer solution. It has an integrality property. So in this case, you would get a maximum matching, a support of the all different constraints. So in the rest of this talk, we will consider, for sake of simplicity, permutations, meaning that we'll consider as many variables as values. But this does not change the results of the work. Okay, so since the formulation is ideal and you can get a support by solving the linear relaxation, you could do that for each pair of variable and value, so that you could enforce our consistency with an n square calls to the simplex algorithm, an order of n square calls. Now, you can do better, and this was originally proposed by Claude-Guy Quimper in 2005, and we refined it in 2017. You can actually get our consistency by solving a single linear program, and the idea is to look for an interior point of P. So we propose an LP model to do that. And this LP model is using P as well as a linear number of additional variables and constraints. And it's also using an objective function to get the interior point. And basically, if a variable can go away from its bounds, it cannot be filtered. So in other words, the variables that remain stuck to their bounds, well, can be filtered. This is the idea of the interior point. So it's very nice, but it has a limit. Since it needs an objective function, no objective function can be allowed in the original formulation P of the constraint. This is annoying because most of the heavy, polynomial global constraints have a cost variable, and this generic kind of filtering would really make sense for these constraints. This is why in this paper we look at a special case, so minimum weight all different. So Z is a cost variable, and C is the matrix of the assignment costs. And this constraint states that, well, X must be assigned to distinct values, and the assignment costs must be less than Z. So it relates to the assignment problem, and it's, in my opinion, a very useful constraint in many applications. So from the MIP point of view, we have added an objective function, which is the case we would like to be able to handle efficiently. Okay, so as an example here, you can see three variables with their domains. You also have the variable z, the cost variable z, with an upper bound of 2, and the assignment cost. The bipartite graph of variables and values is here, and a feasible solution of the constraint is the matching of cost less than 2 in this case. So typically here, these two edges would be inconsistent because they only belong to matchings of cost 3, which is greater than the upper bound of Z. So an arc-consistent algorithm here must identify edges that do not belong to a weighted machine of cost less than 2. And this is actually very costly to do. So the arc-consistent algorithm is cubic in cubic time. It needs to call the Hungarian algorithm, and it also computes all pairs of shortest path. So cubic time is really way too expensive and can hardly be used in practice. This is why very early in 1999, more pragmatic filtering was actually proposed by Focacci using linear programming reduced cost. And this is where we start from. So very briefly, the reduced cost of a primal variable xij is actually the slack of the corresponding dual constraint. So if the dual constraint is tight, well, the reduced cost is null. But it can be positive. It can be a positive quantity if there is a slack. And this quantity gives the lower bound of the increase of the objective function when you actually set the primal variable to 1. So we are dealing with Boolean variables here. And this immediately implies a very simple filtering rule because you have a lower bound on the objective function for each actually pair of variable and value. What is really nice is that reduced costs are actually available from any dual feasible solution. And what did Focacci and Al in 1999 is to solve the assignment problem with the Hungarian algorithm, which is a primal dual algorithm, and use the optimal dual solution found at the end, use the reduced costs of this solution to perform some filtering. And this is, I believe, a very good idea, but it has some limit in the sense that the filtering highly depends on the dual solution that has been found. And in case of the degeneracy, you might need a lot of dual solution to actually get some relevant filtering. And if you take one arbitrarily, well, it's not necessarily the one that will provide valuable filtering. Okay, so to talk about arc consistency, we would need reduced costs that provide the exact increase of the objective function. And we call these exact reduced costs. So this is in a way stronger than what is really needed in practice, but in the worst case, we would need this exact increase to ensure we have done arc consistency. And the question, the first natural question for minimum weight or different, well, can we actually enforce AC with these reduced costs? So in other words, does there exist a dual solution that provides the exact reduced cost for every edge? And the answer is yes. For every edge, there exists such an optimal dual solution. So in the worst case, we would need n square of these dual solution to ensure AC. And I am not saying how we would compute them. I'm only saying that they do exist. But we know that in practice, we can do a lot of filtering with a single dual solution. So a natural question would be, well, how many dual solutions are really needed? And a first upper bound, the first answer is at most n. And in the paper, we introduce the notion of complete set of dual solution, which is, that is a set of dual solutions that provides the exact, where at least one of the solutions of the set provides the exact reduced cost for every edge. So it's always possible to get all exact reduced cost with at most n dual solutions. And we can go further and show that actually we need at least n. So there always exists an instance with n variable for which any complete set of dual solution which contains at least n solutions. So that is interesting because it shows you cannot manage it with a single solution, as opposed to all different. So when we use these results and we apply them to all different, we realize that AC can be achieved with a single dual solution in this case. And this is consistent with what we did in 2017. Actually, in 2017, we were looking for an interior point of the primal, but a dual solution with positive reduced cost is somehow an interior point of the dual, because reduced costs are slack of the constraints of the dual. So it sheds a different light to this work. And what is interesting in this case is that, well, weighted all different, minimum weight all different, needs n dual solutions, so that it seems that there is a gap here somewhere, there is a limit. So we cannot do it with a single dual solution when we have an objective function, at least in the case of minimum weight all different. Okay, so from an algorithmic point of view, what we can propose is that we would like to propose to see the filtering as a process of producing a sequence of dual feasible solutions, where each dual solution provides valid filtering, so that the algorithm can be interrupted anytime, and if you let it finish the sequence, it would enforce R consistency. So ideally, we would like to design such algorithms. And we propose one in the paper for minimum weight all different. It's very illustrative, but it can really outperform AC and the pragmatic approach of Focacci, so I'll let you have a look if you are interested. Okay, so to conclude, minimum weight all different was introduced by Focacci, and reduced cost based filtering was introduced for this constraint in 1999, but without any analysis. So this is what we do in this paper, by giving lower and upper bound of the number of dual solutions. Now the proofs do not rely on the shortest path or flow structure, so that 2 of the results out of 3 can be immediately generalized. And we give some illustrative experimental results that shows really the interest of this line of research and primal dual algorithms for filtering. Okay, thank you all. Thanks for listening, and I hope you are interested to have a look at the paper. Have a good day.